Hello, and thank you for taking the time to join me today. I would like to share with you some information about the University of Florida's Facebook page and its results in the first quarter of 2012. We're going to start by looking at the account performance in terms of fans, reach, and engagement, and I will also give you some observations that will help us put those numbers into perspective. I will also give you some recommendations that we can put into place to help build on our success. Starting with fans, we find very healthy gains through the first quarter. As you can see, we had over 366,000 fans in January, and by the end of March that number had grown to nearly 420,000. To put that number into perspective, we should remember that the annual enrollment at UF is approximately 50,000 students. It's clear that we are reaching many people outside of the student body. That number may include family members, alumni, sports fans, and simply anyone who supports the university. Over 59,000 fans were added in the first quarter, nearly 20,000 on average per month. This represents a 14.6% increase in the number of fans. The unlikes were steady but low, averaging 1,120 per month. This low number can likely be attributed to natural attrition, but any large spikes or any sustained increases in this number would call for closer attention. There are two possibilities that we can look at in explaining the large growth in fans in such a short period. First would be an influx of new students, especially incoming freshmen. The university sends out letters of acceptance beginning in mid-February, and this continues through March, depending on when the student applied. Students may see Facebook as a great opportunity to immediately become part of the Gator community. In addition, their parents and other family members might also follow the page. The second factor is basketball, with March Madness running between March 13th and April 2nd that year, and the games were running up to it in February. This is certainly a reasonable assumption considering that the tournament had the highest television ratings in 18 years, and the number of March Madness posts on the Facebook account bear this out. During the quarter, impressions increased 42% and reach increased 49%, both of which are impressive gains. Now, as a quick reminder, reach refers to the number of individual Facebook users who see a post. Impression refers to the number of times a post is displayed, and that number will increase as people like it, comment on it, and share it. When we look at average reach and impressions, we still see gains, but not as dramatic as the previous numbers. To put this into context, though, we need to remember that this is an average, determined by the number of posts per month. March had 38 posts, whereas January had 28, which is a 35% increase. When we are looking at relatively small numbers like this, a few more posts, either way, can have a large impact. In looking at the reach and impression numbers, whether totals or averages, we should be pleased with these results. Considering the reach and impressions, we can find two reasons for the growth. First, there are more fans. As mentioned previously, this quarter saw over 53,000 new fans added, and that alone will impact the numbers as there are simply more people viewing the content. Second, as we will see, engagement also increased this quarter. More comments, more shares, and more likes all lead to more impressions. The post shown here, for instance, is the most popular in March in terms of comments and likes and was number 3 in shares. It got 4,507 likes, 142 shares, and 172 comments. Those actions together led to nearly 5,000 more possible impressions. Here we can see that likes, comments, and shares all increased, and that the increase in likes and shares was rather dramatic. March had over 3.5 times the number of likes in January, and shares were up over 200%. The total engagement, or sums of likes, clicks, shares, and comments, increased 43%. The sum of clicks decreased by 3%, although this is not necessarily cause for concern. Clicks includes all actions other than likes, comments, and shares, such as clicking to view more comments, viewing a picture larger, or even reporting a post as inappropriate or as spam. Link clicks doubled during the quarter, but overall this metric is still low compared to other forms of engagement. An important consideration in link clicks is the timing of the posts. A Social Media Examiner article points out that links posted between 1 and 3 p.m. have higher click rates. Looking at the time links were posted during this period showed that many were posted outside of this recommended time, some as early as 6 in the morning or 9:30 at night. If you would like more information about this and other tips to improve engagement, a link to the article is at the bottom of the screen. Based on the insights gained here, there are some recommendations to consider. First, it is important to keep a healthy fan base. After all, the content can be the best in the world, but it makes no difference if no one sees it. The university should also reach new students as soon as possible. To do this, marketing should work with admissions to include social media information and new student materials and get them on board right away. We should also definitely capitalize on major sporting events. Even when we have a terrible season, Gator fans are some of the most loyal and enthusiastic out there. Mashable has some great tips for promoting sports on Facebook, summarized here. First, make fans feel like they're part of the game. Even if they can't attend in person, pictures of the crowds and tailgatings will help fans experience it. Second, post updates and pictures from the game, even if it's outside normal hours. Social media, after all, does not stop on Friday at 5 o'clock. Also offer exclusive content like behind-the-scene views or information fans just won't find anywhere else. Get the players involved. Get candid pictures of players and ask them to send a message to their fans. And of course, have a game plan. Put things in writing, make a schedule, and make it work. You can have a look at the article for more information. Again, the link is at the bottom. Reach and engagement are closely tied together. Improvements in one will improve the other, so it is difficult to talk about them separately. To help increase engagement, use images anytime possible. Even a quick status update could be accompanied by a relevant image. Also add a call to action. Ask fans to engage. This could be a request like tell us your favorite, like if you agree, click here to vote, or share to show your Gator pride. And another tip with calls to action. Put requests at the end of a post. Instead of asking, tell us your spring break plans, it's coming up 2 weeks from now, it should be, spring break is coming up in 2 weeks, where do you plan to go? When planning content, especially links, consider the devices used. 71% of social media users access it through mobile devices, and it's a good bet that figure is even higher for students. It should also be clear where the links go. Now there's some debate about the effect of shortened URLs on click rates. A bit.ly URL, while useful, does not make it clear where the link leads to, and some people may not want to click on it for that reason. An Amazon link, though, makes it very clear where a user will be taken to. Regardless, all linked content should load quickly and display well on mobile devices. To summarize, the University of Florida Facebook page has a healthy number of loyal fans and showed impressive growth in the first quarter. Of course, we do not want to rest on our laurels, and we should always look to improve those numbers and repeat our successes. Keeping up reach and engagement comes down mostly to basic good practice. Meaningful content which adds value and invitations to engage are key. I appreciate you giving me your time today, and I hope you gained some valuable information. I look forward to seeing you on Sakai with any questions or comments you might have. Thank you.